Hi everyone, this is Professor Oaks, and in this video we are going to talk about solving proportions. So I know that you are excited about this, so let's get right to it. So here's our first proportion to solve. If 3 vans hold 36 passengers, so I'm going to set this up like this. 3 vans equals 36 passengers. How many passengers could 6 vans hold? So I need to make sure that the units line up with each other. So I'm going to write the 6 vans under the 3 vans, and then this will be how many passengers. So I'm going to let that missing value of the number of passengers be x. So that will go down here, x passengers. Now, if I think about this without the units, like vans divides out vans, passengers divide out passengers, then I have 3 over 6 equals 36 over x, and then I can solve this just like the proportions that we've talked about before. So I just need to cross multiply. So 3x is equal to 36 times 6. So 36 times 6, well, that is going to be 216. So 3x is 216. And then I can divide by 3 on each side. So I get x is equal to 72 passengers. Because that's what x was the number of passengers. Now, what I want you to be clear on is that I could have set this up as 3 vans as holds 36 passengers, and then I have 6 vans holds, well, x passengers, and I would have still gotten the correct answer, because when I multiply 3 times x, I still get 3x. And when I multiply 6 times 36, I still get 216. And then I can divide by 3 on each side, and I still get x's 72 passengers. However, it is very important to remember that the units on these have to be either lined up and down like this, vans, van, passenger, passengers, or across like this, vans and vans, and then passengers and passengers. All right, so make sure that your units are aligned either vertically or horizontally like this. All right, let's try again. James purchases 12 pens, so 12 pens for $2.40. All right. So how much would he spend on 5 pens? Well, 5 pens. Well, this pen needs to be thrown away because that pen is no longer any good. All right. So let's switch to this one here. This is about the same color. I'm colorblind though. So 5 pens is equal to, well, X dollars, because I don't know the dollar amount. So now I just need to think about it as, well, 12 over 5 equals 2.40 over x. I go ahead and I cross multiply, so 12x equals 5 times 240. So what do I have? 5 times 240 is 12. So 12x equals 12. I divide by 12 on each side, so x is equal to 1. So $1. All right, $1 on 5 pens. All right, what a time to be alive. So let's do another problem for it. Here it is. All right, this is about buying some buttons for shirts. So Skylar needs 15 buttons for the 5 shirts that she plans to sew. If she decides to sew 9 shirts instead, how many buttons will she need? All right, so I know that it is 15 buttons for 5 shirts, and I want to know if she decides to sew 9 shirts, Instead, how many buttons will she need? So X is the number of buttons that she will need. I don't know that. So I'll write X buttons under the 15 buttons and the 9 shirts under the 5 shirts, so that I just have a proportion of 15 over X is equal to 5 over 9. All right, so again, I need it to line up the buttons and the shirts so that the units are all aligned for shelves. I hope that you're really enjoying this because we're not done. All right, so if Tim walks, why is Tim walking anyway? All right, so let's continue on here. So again, if Tim walks 2 miles in 50 minutes, so that's 2 miles in 50 minutes, then how long, so that means X minutes, so how long, X minutes, would it take him to walk 3 miles? So I'll write the 3 miles under the 2 miles in the X minutes under the 50 minutes, and now I just have the proportion 2 over 3 equals 50 over X. All right, so now that I have that set up, I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply here. So that means that I would multiply the 2 times the X and then the 3 times the 50. So I have 2x equals 3 times 50, and 3 times 50 is 150. And so I can divide by 2 on each side to get x is 75. And that would be 75 minutes. There we go. So that is how long Tim takes to walk 3 miles. What a time to be alive. All right, so let's try another one here. If there are a total of 78 marbles in 6 bags, so 78 marbles, and that is equal to how many are in 6 bags, then if the same number of marbles is in each bag, how many marbles, so we want X marbles because we don't know how many marbles, would be in 9 bags. So we have X marbles is equal to how many are in 9 bags. So now my proportion is just 78 over X equals 6 over 9. And I will go ahead and cross multiply. So 78 times 9 is going to be 6 times X. And then if I have 78 times 9, that is 702. So 702 is equal to 6x. And then I can divide by 6 on each side to get x is equal to, that would be 117 marbles. All right, what a time to be alive. So now let's try another one. 5 cups of water are needed to cook 3 cups of rice. So 5 cups of water are needed to cook 3 cups of rice. So I'm going to write 5 cups water, and make sure that you write the cups of water and not just cups, since the rice is also measured in cups. All right, so 5 cups of water is equal to how much water you need for 3 cups of rice. Then they want to know how many cups of water, so X cups of water, are needed to cook 12 cups of rice. All right, so we have X cups of water is equal to how many cups of water you need to cook 12 cups of rice. So now, again, just make sure that you have the units correct, and now you can cross multiply. So 5 times 12 is equal to 3x, and then I have 5 times 12, that will be 60, so 60 is equal to 3x, and then divide by 3 on each side, so 20 is equal to x. So you know that it's x cups of water. All right, so x cups of water, so that would mean that would be x equal 20 cups of water, right? So 20 cups of water. All right, so now let's try another wonderful example about people sitting at tables. So 6 tables seat 42 people. So we have 6 tables, and that's equal to how many tables seat 42 people. And we want to know how many tables, so X tables, are needed to seat 126 people. So that's X tables equals how many tables is needed to seat 126 people. And now you can cross multiply. So 6 times 126 is equal to 42 times X. So 6 times 126 equals 42 times X. So 6 times 126 is 756, and that's equal to 42X. Then if you divide by 42 on each side, you get 18. So 18 is X. So X is equal to 18 tables that is needed to seat 126 people. What a time to be alive. Now, you're in luck. We have time for one more today. So if 7 pounds of bananas cost $3.43, so 7 pounds of bananas equals $3.43, then how many pounds, so X pounds, can be purchased with $4.90? So that will be X pounds and $4.90. So our proportion is 7 over X equals 3.43 over 4.90. So we'll go ahead and cross multiply here. So 7 times the 4.90 equals 3.43 times X, and 7 times the 4.90 is, well, that's 34.3 equals 3.43x. So I divide by 3.43 on each side. All right, so 34.3 divided by 3.43, that is 10. So 10 is equal to x. So that would be x equals 10 pounds of the bananas. All right, so what a time to be alive. I really hope that you enjoyed this video on solving proportion and that you are already looking forward to the next one. Thank you and have a great day.